Good evening. Good evening. Yes, it's me. This is for my Sunset Journey channel. Yes, today is December 24, 2019. It is Wednesday. Oh no, I'm sorry, it's Tuesday. Today is Tuesday. And the time right now is approximately 10:05 p.m. Yes, I got home today around 5:30 today. And then I was just watching videos. Yes, I went out today and went to my mom's early in the morning. So I got out of bed around 5 o'clock in the morning, took my shower, and, I fed my dogs. I got out of the house at 6:45, and I had to wait a while for the bus to come. I had to... Okay, she didn't answer the door, and she didn't answer the phone. That's really problematic. This happened before. I mean, wow, I'm thinking if it's emergency or something, maybe to have a bell in the bedroom so she can hear the phone. But anyway, so I had to open up to get the key and, to disarm the alarm. I was so nervous. I had called my brother. My brother had called me yesterday evening around, I think, was it 9:30 p.m.? And he asked me to do him a favor. My sister had to make plans about something, so she wasn't going to be there early to ensure that my mother takes her morning medications. And so I said, okay, so that's why I went. Yeah, I think she takes the... Yes, I was told that she's taking the new cancer medication, the one that has the real bad side effects. This is really something. They call this medicine. And I was told her leg is swelling up again. I did see her leg, and yes, it is swollen, but it wasn't as swollen as, what was that, 2 months ago? So I was told, I think they're going to send her again to the doctors about the leg. It's blood clots in the leg. Oh my goodness. See that? My mother doesn't have circulation problems, but see, she's getting circulation problems now. My mother also said that she noticed like there's these little brown things under her eye. And it was, I thought at first it was a shadow, but it's like, right, not like when you have the bags and then the grayness, not that, but it's something else. So I hope it's not because of the so-called medicine. But either way, the visit actually went well overall. I made her breakfast. Well, the first thing, I was concerned that I didn't want her not to be aware that I was there. Like, I had to disarm the alarm once I got in, and at that point, that's when she was coming down. I heard her walking, getting out of her room. So I would say, hi, mom, hi, mom. just to, I didn't want, because that would frighten anyone. You waking up and you hear someone in your house. So yeah, it went well. She wasn't frightened at all. But I made sure when she got out of the room that, let her know that someone's there and it's me. So I made sure she took her meds. And I thought this was interesting. After she, a couple of minutes after I arrived, I took her meds. And she didn't seem to understand what to do with the pills. And I thought that was interesting. Like I took the little glass, filled a little glass of water. I said, okay, Mom, you have to take the meds before you eat, because I was going to prepare breakfast for her. And so she was going to take the meds and throw it in the water. I said, no, you put it in your mouth and you swallow it. Yeah, she seemed a little confused with what you do with the pills. Okay, so I'm mentioning this to denote her failing reasoning abilities. That what you would think would be something, noble to do. I mean, something that would be what you would know what to do. She, it was above her head. So that was something. And then I made breakfast, and she helped a little bit. I made omelet, one omelet, big omelet with cheese, and bacon and sausage. And even with that, like, she took out the sausages. She said, oh, we can have this. And then she made mention about bacon or something. Well, how was that now? I think I took out, maybe because I saw, okay, because I didn't think it was enough food. I don't eat sausages. I don't eat pork. So it was to be all for her. And I thought, just the little sausages are so small. I said, hey, either that I took it out or she took it out, but then I think she said, well, if I get this, then I don't need that. And then I think she took it out anyway. Yeah, it got confusing at one point. I said, okay, we just cook everything. And so I made the omelet, the bacon. She took it like, it was about 4 or 5 slices. And out of all her food, her appetite is extremely, extremely small. And she used to have a hearty appetite. But this year, I noticed that it's smaller. It's significantly smaller than the prior year. Yeah, very. She ate like just like maybe 3 mouthfuls, and I don't understand it. What's happening? So with the bacon, she had like 1 whole strip, and then 2/4 of the second one, and so she left 2 on a plate. And the little baby sausages, she had 1 and maybe one and a half or something like that, and she left the other one, the third one. The omelet, it was a small piece, about 1.5 inches in width, and about maybe 2 inches in height. And she ate, let's see, no, that was what was left. So she might have eaten like a square inch, and that was it. Oh, she did have juice. She did have 2 little things of orange juice, and she drank her coffee. Yeah, my mother's a coffee drinker. So that was her. Oh, and then I made lunch. And oh, we also had an English. Yeah, she didn't eat the English muffin. Yeah, so most of the stuff. Yeah, now I think about it, because she told me to put the plate inside it, to save it. So the English muffin she didn't touch at all. Yeah, it looked like a almost a full plate. Yeah, but lunch, she ate, her appetite for lunch opened up. Yeah, she did better. I made what do you call it? It almost looks like a type of ravioli type of thing. And I saw some frozen black eyed peas. So I made that. I cooked them together and put some spices in it. And that, she seemed okay with that. Yeah. Yeah. So we watched 2 TV shows. And it was okay. We didn't really talk too much. We just, sat, watched the TV and eating. But it wasn't like very quiet. I mean, even though we didn't have a lot of verbal communication, but small talk, like if I had to leave the room, little small talk. Somebody actually, when something was funny, was on the television, things like that, and she thought it was funny. You know, yeah. So that what today's visit was like. But I feel, I know this is a weird, this is a weird audio I'm doing. I guess I'm a little distracted, but I feel the resentment. I thought when I got there that I was going to, I feel that I wanted to discuss certain things with her, because I am concerned about my mother's, that her last days. I feel that it's maybe sooner than later, but I feel that there are things I want to say, and I don't. Probably what would happen, because even before her sickness, I mean, years ago, even 30 plus years ago, I talked to her. I wrote her, and I talked to her. And it's just all denial. So here with her dementia / Alzheimer's, it's going to be, it may be a waste in my efforts. I feel angry. And I feel like I'll do almost anything for my mom. Growing up, if she wanted help with something, even right after my father's death, I wanted to be with my mom. But now my anger is starting to come to the surface, because I'm witnessing her behavior. And I'm seeing a side of her that, I guess because she really, growing up, I mean, she would talk, but she's quiet a lot. Very quiet, but she had presence, if that makes any sense, But I'm listening to what she says and what she does in public. And I think it goes way beyond her having Alzheimer's. I think this is the real her. Because, like growing up, remember when I had asked for me to accompany her when she shops because of my father. And I always remember that, what she said and how she looked. And it bothers me a lot. I did address the issue 10 years ago when my father died with my sister. And that was a real fiasco. It was humiliating. And I felt her and my sister's behavior were like witches in every sense of the word. But at the time, I stuffed my feelings because this was a side to her that I didn't know existed. But I'm seeing, like, sometimes I feel she's pushy and she wants us to do things like we're waiters. Now again, I'm not saying this to be disrespectful. I've always respected my mother. I have not always been perfect with my mother. Okay, I have to be honest with that. But overall, I would say 98% of the time, I was always respectful. But I have to call it as it is. I'm seeing things, and I think this is the real her. And the real her and the image that I wanted her to be, or had convinced myself when I was growing up, is contrary. I had lifted her up to almost like a saint status, a godlike status. And I'm feeling disappointed and angry that she's not living up to my expectations for her, so to speak. I think she's wrong about certain things. I feel she's wrong about how she addressed the issue with regard to my father's incidences with my father. She did say that she made her marriage vows to my father and not me, which seemed to suggest that she didn't have to come to my rescue and stop my father's behavior again, upon me. And in essence, like he can do what he wants to do. So it's all about money. He pays the bills. So that's what it's all about. And I watch these paternity shows and how these women, many of these women, just play men for money. May purposely get pregnant so that to try to keep them or to get money coming in. And I see my mother like these type of women. And I wanted to believe growing up that she was a saint. And I'm seeing that she's not a saint. And I don't feel that she deserves my help. I would have never said that even a year ago. But I say it now because I don't want to stuff my feelings. And again, this is a journey that I'm on. And in that journey, I know I'm going to have ups and downs, and I'm going to allow myself to fully express myself. I have worshipped her. I looked up to her. And I feel like she takes me for granted. I feel that all what I went through, and as a woman, I came to her. As a daughter, I came to her. I said, Mommy, please don't leave me alone with him. Just that even. And then 6 weeks after my father's funeral, and we have a woman-to-woman talk with my sister, how these women, I'm no different. They treated me like like I'm some outsider. She's my biological mother. The DNA proved it. So for a woman to not care about the trauma of a daughter. And that's all you can say. I told she and my sister everything that happened to me. And there was no tears, no sorrow, no apology or anything. So I asked myself, if I'm just a female to you, like a competition, like I'm some stranger, that's how so it's not even blood, protecting blood. It's not there. And I'm angry at that. So my logic is, so if I'm not her little girl, and I'm just another female, and she's the head female who got her man's house and a will, and I'm just a nobody. I don't like that feeling. I'm not just another woman. I'm her daughter, her flesh and blood. And that was my biological father. I know he's my father. Yeah. The DNA shows it. Yeah. I hate this. I really hate it. And I feel like it's I don't want to say a fake, but I'm trying to like someone who's not likable. And that is the truth. That someone who would do that to me, to say that upon being molested, well, I made my marriage vows to him and not you. And who would want to touch your breast? Yes, they said that. And then they laughed when I told them what my brother did to me. They laughed hysterically. My God, what a bunch of, you know what? I'm trying to curve my language because they don't deserve any. I'm hurt. I'm very hurt about all this. So I really thought when I was waiting for the bus, I was contemplating to have a heart-to-heart talk with her. But she doesn't have heart. She's really no different than those women on the paternity shows. These women who act reckless. My mother caught my father. She pegged him. On the surface, she played the dutiful wife. But I see that she's selfish. She's a selfish woman. But yes, she has done some things for me. She had helped me out. Twice. She has. And it's surprising that she did. But I don't understand her heart. I don't understand her heart. And it's confusing me. I don't know how to really deal with her. Because again, 10 years ago, 30 years ago, and even beyond that, about 40 years ago, I addressed certain issues with her. And I told her. And when I told her, reminded her what I told her about not leaving me home alone with him, and she says, "Oh, you just are so sensitive." I can't believe that. I can't believe she would say she's in total denial and other things that came out years later, like she claimed she didn't know that we had to do all the chores, and she thought my father did the work. No, my father didn't do anything. And there was a calendar, a worksheet of who was to do what in the house, chores. It was posted. So I don't know how she could, in consciousness, say that. That woman's in denial. Or liar. Or both. And I don't want to see that in my mom. I feel she's not a good person. And when when it was her birthday, it was a big party, and when someone was giving accolades about her, it was hard for me to swallow. I said, "Wow, I thought it wasn't true. It was hard. I didn't say anything, but my emotions were, this is bullshit." I know I'm saying some really not nice things, and I'm not trying to sound ugly, but I want to address how I feel, because it's been eating me up to not say the truth, what I really feel about her. I know sometimes with daughters that sometimes the mother can really get on the daughter's nerves. Sometimes the mother can, I've seen, I think about a friend of mine and how she was behaving in front of the door. I never said anything, but I thought, wow, this is awful. It could happen to anyone. I know I'm not perfect either. And I know some people are upset with me. Yeah, I'm still concerned about my niece. I'm very hurt. I feel badly. Even though I apologized several times and went out my way, I don't hear anything from her. I feel I deserve it because I wasn't perfect. I wasn't perfect that one time about the phone. It still bugs me. I mean, it's not like what I did was wrong. But I didn't stay on the phone long, and I would still call her in the morning. I mean, I don't know. It just some things bug me. I wanted to set boundaries. That's all. I wanted to set boundaries because I saw that certain things was going to develop that I didn't want. I didn't want to set a pattern of behavior, and so I wanted to set boundaries. That's what it was. That's what it was. But it still bugs me because I'm more concerned of how the person might have felt. That's what I'm addressing. And I feel it was that one incident that really, pushed her away from me. I don't know. I feel like a monster. She makes me feel like a monster. But it's something when people who are monsters to this person, they seem to give him a lot of affection. And it's awful. If you treat people like crap, they love you. But when you go out your way to be kind, you're vilified. And this is how I feel. And this is how I feel with the person I was to interview. I feel like I'm being vilified, yet I extended wellness to him. Respect. And I didn't get it back in return. I didn't. Sometimes I thought I was going to write him and let him know how he made me feel. Directly. I don't know. Some people just don't care. And like he said, he was a big mouth when he was a kid. And look what it got him. It's the same thing. It's the same spirit I pick up. His selfishness. I know, I guess we all have glitches, right? We all got glitches. I really liked the person. I really liked him. I wasn't sure with everything he said, but I admired that he was willing to show his vulnerable side. For a man to show this side, I don't know. I'm not sure how to handle my mom. She's still she has some feistiness in her today. I mean, I don't know how I'm supposed to feel. I feel like for me to keep coming, I mean, it's like those guys when you cheat on a woman, and she still comes back. You're showing you don't respect yourself, and that's how I feel. That she doesn't really respect me because I respect her. I'm letting her, them shit on me, and I'm sick of it. I'm really sick of it. I don't like when I'm away too long. I really start to get depressed. I really want a mother. I get this is what it feels like when these girls that go to those paternity shows. I mean, it's usually girls, but they want a father. They want a dad. And they're willing to get hurt in the process and get rejected. I feel that's what's happening to me, but it's with the mom. I always wanted more closeness. She's not close in the heart. I don't know, just things that I see. Like a street edge she's been showing. Sometimes she tries to provoke a fight. And when I saw this behavior, and I don't think it's the dementia, I think it's her. And it's shocking. Shocking the behavior that I've seen her. I think that's the real her when her guards are down. It's hard to respect her. I love my mother. I love my mother, and I don't know how I'm going to cope when she transitioned. I really don't know. I started to get like feeling emotional pain lately. real hurts. And I start to feel like anger. It's pain, emotional pain, hurt, and anger. And so, like, I've been watching the paternity shows, and it just refocuses me, unfortunate, to not think about my problems and to think about their problems. I mean, to be judging their problems. I don't think it's healthy for me to watch it, but it's an escape for me. I see. It's an escape. It's a drama, and it just pulls me away from my problems and shows their problems. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know how I'm going to handle this. I'm really angry. I don't know how to do it. I don't want to pretend. I feel my pretending. I don't want to say pretend. I love my mom. I like being around her. But I don't know how to handle it. This is not the woman that I thought she was. There's something else. I don't know whether I've specifically talked about this. See, I think I'm getting like what they call a victim complex. A victim complex and reparations for that victimhood. This is an issue. I want to be real. I need to be real with myself as a healing process. Again, I'm allowing myself to feel and say certain things as a means of communicating with my heart. You got to get things out, and then hopefully the healing will begin. But to stuff it and to deny I feel certain things, it's not going to, I want to get it out. See, when you feel like a victim, you feel like you want to be compensated. I feel that when she allowed by her inaction to be violated by family members, that she's responsible in part. And I really feel that I should be compensated for the pain and suffering that I am currently feeling in the form of the will. Now, initially, I thought with wills that you really don't get that only the oldest get. That's what I thought with wills. In the olden days, that's probably what it was. The oldest male gets everything, right? I feel that my family members, all of them, target me in some degree. There's no respect. And when people don't respect you, and if your mom really doesn't respect you, they're not going to really think about you in any will. Okay, I'm saying it. When people really don't love you, or they deny things that happen to you, they're going to take it out on you. And as a means of taking it out on you, they're going to take it out and you don't get it. I don't want to work for a will. That's another concern I have. That am I coming over so that I can be in some will or not to be forgotten? Remember, you can't force someone to remember you in anything. And like this woman that I know from my past, she was discarded. She was found on a garbage pail, the records say. And she learned of who her mother was early in life. And when it was time for this life insurance policy, and the mother asked her to mail it for her, and she being, the daughter being who she was, she opened the envelope and saw that it was only in her brother's name, and she wasn't included. She was devastated, and rightly so. Rightly so. You're going to tacky. So, as you see, when some mothers, for whatever reason, have their pain or issues of a certain child, they can easily exclude you. And they can even ask you to do them a favor, and then at the same token, exclude you. And so I guess I don't want to be hurt. And that would be like a slap in my face, to be violated by the person that you claim that you have your committed your vows to that person as a reason that why you didn't stand up for me. They can easily just say and make up rules. Oh, you don't deserve this. Oh, you don't have enough kids. You don't have any kids, so you don't need the money. I've never been about money. Yes, you have to pay your bills. You pay your bills. They have a very low overhead. But I've never been obsessed with money. I've been obsessed maybe with people, but not money and things. Not to that as no. But I see how people act. Why? Yeah, I mean, let me go there. If someone's being a real pain in the you know what, why do they come by? Why even tolerate it? Why be there? You know? Why be there? Well, I think the only reason why people may really be there, yes, there's love. You may hope the person will fall in love with you, or get the love that you didn't get when you were little. You can't make anybody love you. And watching this person respond to a particular male family member, I feel they're being taken advantage of, that other person, that other child. And, I don't like it. And I feel my mom does it to me too. And, I don't like it. I don't like it. I hate it. I don't like no Miss Daisy. It's a lack of respect. And I don't want to be a part of it. I don't know. Hearing a woman say to their daughter, when it comes to molestation, well, I didn't make my marriage vows to you. I made it for him. That is still no excuse why you allowed it to happen. You could have sent me away. Something. I don't like how I feel. If this was a stranger, I would avoid this person like the plague. And the only reason why I am here is because she is my mom. And that's it. If she were not my mother, I would write her off my phone list. I'm being very honest. Daughters have to be honest about how they feel about their parents. Some parents are not nice people. You have parents who sell their children. You have parents who turn the other way and pretend nothing's going on. And it's all about themselves. I said, wow, this is something. She had all these boys and girls that are split apart. The first and the last ones are girls. And I saw how that she really had resentment to me when my brothers were ganging up verbally and making fun of one particular brother. And rather than my mother getting angry with them, she got angry at me. And I said nothing. It's like she's looking for an excuse to badmouth me. And so I can't deny that. Who this person is really about. And I feel that this anger and resentment is still with her. And so at times, she'll do that thing like I bring food over for her, buy food, and so she has something to eat, And then when I'm leaving to catch the bus, she wants to give me some money. And I'm insulted. It's like, oh, this visit is worth $2. She $2. This is an insult to me. And I told her, this is insulting me. Keep your money. I said, you don't do this to anyone else. Why you do that? Why you do it to me? Oh, well, you don't know what I give anybody. She's not doing anything. She's not giving anything to anybody when they come by to visit her. It's insulting because she's saying that your visit is worth X amount, so I don't want to owe you anything. See that? That's what I think she's really about. That's what it is. So when that time comes, she doesn't feel like she owes me anything. And I've never been about money or anything with her. Never. This is really foreign to me. She did not do it that today. But she did act like this Miss Daisy. I don't like this type of relationship. I don't like it. I mean, overall, I enjoy myself. I like watching the television programs. And I might act silly around when they're having something funny on the thing. I do something goofy. Just to lighten it up. But it's not working with me. I'm not some stranger. And I don't want to act like some chauffeur. It's I don't know, it's really turning me off. I love my mother, but I don't love what she's about. And that hurts me the most. I'm thinking about, I called someone the other day. I think it was yesterday or the day before yesterday. I found a name of a therapist that does hypnosis. And I left a message that, I told her where I found her name. And, if she handles certain things and, if we're compatible, you know. Oh, but it kind of came out awkward. I didn't know how to really, I felt awkward leaving a phone message. But I hope she responds. I think I need to talk to someone to prepare for that time, you know. I think I really need, because it's eating me up, the anger. And I guess maybe I'm looking for permission to hate her or to dislike her, you know, and basing my opinion, my relationship with her based on that. Like it's like getting permission to be angry or getting permission to say, I don't want to go there anymore. I want to visit her. I don't want her to suffer. That's another thing. I don't want her to suffer. And she does need help. I mean, it's that simple. She needs help. She can't do it on her own. My brother and my sister does the bulk of the caregiving, and I'm basically used as a backup. But I see that my love is affected. I just don't like how the cards are being played. I don't like it. I don't like it. And I don't want to fight for money. I don't want a relationship to be based on what you're going to give me. I want a friendship. And I want true love. That's what it's all about. But I perceive that there's something that may potentially really hurt me emotionally. I can't change the past. My father died a little over 10 years ago. I'm sorry, I'm just yawning. Sorry, I'm just a little tired. I can't change the past. But I feel that I guess, see, it was so, the whole relationship of me growing up as a kid is always like we're the servants. We're the lowly ones. And we had to do all this responsibility for that house. But to not reap from your labor of that place. It's a problem for me. It's a problem. You invested. You did all what you have. And to not feel appreciated. My issue is more about respect. And sometimes how one is respected is also expressed by what you give that person. And I feel that is going to be minimal. It's not going to be like the others. Again, a clue that was given was the amount of the will is going to be also based on how many children you have. But if you don't have any human children, and everybody else does, I feel robbed. And I think I feel really robbed about it, the whole thing, because of the trauma that I was faced, that I was imposed upon had a lot of influence about my relationships with men. It's a big factor. So here, that having a big factor over the outcome of my life, and then getting penalized again because it affected me, and thus no children. And I feel this aspect, I feel like I'm being cheated. If I'm being treated like the black sheep of the family because I contacted the authorities, I know they're angry with me. I know she's angry with me, and I know my sister's angry with me. You know, I'm angry with them. Permit yourself to be angry at others. You have to ask yourself, if someone else did what they did to you, how would they feel? How would that other person feel if what happened to me happened to them? It's obvious how that person would feel. I wouldn't want to be around them. But I feel vested in all these years. I feel sorry for them. I feel sorry for them. That's how I honestly feel. I feel sorry for her. I've always felt sorry for her. But you know, I should not feel sorry for her. Why should I feel sorry for her? She lived a long life. She's going on 91 if her birthday comes. That's a long-ass time. And to have all your life you were taken care of by someone else. And now your children are in. So it's like she's always covered. But I always had to take care of myself. I struggled in life with everything. And I'm angry. I'm angry. I'm very angry about everything. I don't want to be at a pity party. I want to live in dignity and as a woman of real valor, a woman who loves herself, respects herself, and live a goodly life. Yeah, that's important to me. I want to live a goodly life. I don't use the word God anymore, but I say goodly. I want to be a goodly person to myself and to society. That's what I want to really develop more and more. I know I can just overlook my mom, but I sense it. I sense it. Unless it's a miracle that happens. Yeah. I want to be compensated for this mess. I want the universe to really come to my aid. What's fair is fair. When a little girl gets violated sexually, there better be a price to, not that you're paying her off, but you did them harm. And it affected every aspect of my life that I'm just trying to overcome. It's an awful feeling. But with or without the will, I want my own. I want to be able to make my own, build my own. I want that. Yeah, my mother might say, I don't want to owe you anything. But I don't want to owe you anything either. I don't want to have my hand out to you ever. I want my own. I want to get it on my own. That's how I want to live. Because see, if you only around for a paycheck, for a check, it's nothing. I don't want to live like that. I don't want that. I don't want to be around for a check. If you're going to give me, fine. If you're not, so be it. But I don't want to buy love. It's either you love me and respect me or you don't. They don't respect me, my family. And I'm really sad about that. So I hope that when I do, because I know I want to talk to someone about this, a professional, because I really want to address the issues and really start to try to uncover the hidden traumas that in my life that had hit me. That's what I want to uncover. I feel there's secrets out there that are hidden from me that I encountered. I just want to address the issue and move on and be healed from it. That is my ultimate goal, to release the pain. I have tremendous pain in me, and I think people see this pain and they treat me the way that they do. And it's not positive. So that's how I honestly feel in this audio. I know that it'd probably be shocking to many, but I'm saying it and I'm doing this for me so that as time goes on, if I want to replay the tapes, and it's educating me on how I might have felt during a certain time, how I handled certain things, what I could have improved or whatever, but it's documenting. And the people who listen to this audio, may they fully understand the depths of what I'm getting at, and that your feelings are your feelings, and to address how you feel. I'm sorry. Yeah, that's how I feel life. I want true liberation from this so-called family. I want to really encircle myself with loving people, truly loving people. I don't want to buy friendship or buy love. I want to move forward. So this is what's on my heart. And so I say farewell in this audio. Peace to you, girl. I love you. I love you. So thanks again for listening, and may the hearer of this audio be blessed, and may it minister to you and share with you about how Some people are affected by parents who decide to look away when they see things are happening to their children. Don't become one of them. Learn to speak out. And if you're afraid to speak out, to at least don't associate with those people. Throw them out. Or you just leave them and start a life other. Don't let your children be sexually or physically violated just so that you get a check. Okay? Don't hold yourself out even in your marriage. That's all I'm going to say for now. Take care, guys. Bye-bye.